Good afternoon, and welcome to the Junior Prep Rally, hosted by the Harlingen High School Counseling Department. My name is Delicia Sanchez, and I am one of the College and Career Advisors. Tonight, we will be going over important information from the counselor's office, including graduation requirements, endorsements, academic opportunities, the TSIA, and the NCAA and NAIA collegiate portals. From the College and Career Room, we will be talking about the upcoming college application process, as well as how to use junior year to prepare. If at any time during the presentation you have a question, please submit them in the chat, but we will also have a section at the end where we answer the questions live. And now I'm going to pass it over to Ms. Maribel Contreras, one of our HHS counselors.
Thank you, Ms. Sanchez. Our HHS Counseling Department consists of Rosalinda Leal, Business and Industry Endorsement, Crystal Cantu, Public Service Endorsement, Trina Sanchez, Public Service Endorsement, Mrs. Diana Robles, our CTE and Dual Enrollment Counselor, Sandra Gonzalez, ESOL, Public Service Endorsement, Cristela Chavez, STEM Endorsement, our head counselor, Mrs. Alicia Moore, Business and Industry, Lourdes Martinez, Migrant Counselor, and our college and career advisors, again, Ms. Delicia Sanchez and Mrs. Belen Valdez. Our department can be reached at 956-427-3600, extension 1033 or extension 1032. Graduation requirements. There are two programs, a foundation graduation program and our foundation graduation program with endorsement. In the foundation graduation program, 4 credits must be earned in English or language arts, 3 credits in math, 3 credits in science, 3 credits in social studies, 1 credit in PE, 2 credits in languages other than English, 1 fine art credit, 5 elective credits for a total of 22 credits. In the foundation graduation program with endorsement, a student must earn 4 credits in English language arts, 4 credits in math, 4 credits in science, 3 credits in social studies, 1 physical education credit, languages other than English, 2 credits, 1 fine art credit, 7 elective credits for a total of 26 credits. There are 5 endorsements. To read about those endorsements, you may click or read the description in our course description bulletin 2021-2022. The link is attached. Every student must be successful in 5 areas of the STAR or State of Texas assessments of academic readiness. They are English 1, Algebra 1, Biology, English 2, and U.S. History. There is a time limit to complete each exam. Eligibility for automatic college admission. Automatic admission, DLA, or Distinguished Level of Achievement, must be earned to be eligible for top 10% automatic admission to a Texas college or university. University of Texas at Austin is top 6% for entering class of 2022. In order to receive the Distinguished Level of Achievement, foundation program requirements, 4 credits of math, including Algebra 2, 4 credits in science, and at least 1 endorsement must be earned. Select universities will require math beyond Algebra 2. A student's class rank is based on their academic performance or GPA grade point average. Performance acknowledgement. In order for a student to earn the Performance Acknowledgement Award, they must earn dual credit course of at least 12 hours of college academic courses with a grade equivalent to 3.0, or bilingualism and biliteracy, complete ELA requirements maintaining 80 or higher, and complete 3 low courses in same language with grade 80 or higher, or through an advanced placement AP exam score of 3 or higher. College assessment, PSAT commended, SAT score of 1310, or ACT with a score of 28. industry certification license, earning a state recognized nationally or internationally recognized business or industry certification or license. Now I will turn it over to our dual enrollment CTE counselor, Mrs. Diana Robles.
So hello students and parents. Students that are enrolled in dual enrollment earn their high school credit and their college credit at the same time. This it's with our HHS qualified teachers at no cost to the parent. It is for free. Our first college that HCISD has partnered up with is TSC, and that covers the academic portion. The courses listed are English, math, science, social studies, and any other electives that we may have for that particular year. And then also the technical portion is with Texas State Technical College, TSC, and those courses listed would be anywhere in the field of education, biomedical equipment, medical construction, digital media design, wind energy technician. The Texas Common Course numbering system website, that is a useful tool to help both students and parents facilitate the transfer of their dual enrollment courses. The requirements for that to enroll in dual enrollment would be an online application, which is with the Apply Texas, dual enrollment documents, and then for the students to also have the qualifying scores in either ACT, SAT, or the TSI 2.0. Our registration deadlines, we don't have specific dates just yet, but for any student that wants to enroll in dual enrollment for the summer, the deadline would be in February 2022. And for the fall, it would be this school year, this April. As of January 2021, the TSI became the Texas Success Initiative Assessment 2.0, which involves, it's a computer-based assessment that is not timed for the students. We do have it available Monday through Friday in our campus. The testing rubric score consists of the college readiness classification, diagnostic level range, an essay, and the scores are valid for 5 years. The ELAR is going to consist of 30 questions. If students need a second opportunity to pass the ELAR, they will be given an additional 48 questions, and the students will need to score anywhere between 945 and a 990 with an essay of a 5 through an 8 in order to be compliant with the ELAR. If students score less than a 945 with a diagnostic level of not greater than a 4, there will be no essay option available. As far as the math portion, there are going to be 20 test questions, and again, if they are given that second opportunity, then they need to score well with those 48 questions. In order for the students to pass the math portion, they will need to have a 950 through a 990. For the time being, there is no testing fee, so students can come in and take the TSI as many times as they need to in order for them to be compliant with the TSI. Now I'm going to move it forward and pass the next slide over to Ms. Contreras. Thank you.
On our next slide, we'll be talking about college assessment. SAT school day exam will be on Tuesday, April 26th in the mini gym. Junior students only. No fee. Must register by January 27th through March 1st. Online registration form available now at Counseling Department webpage. I will be adding the registration link in the chat. PSAT is a practice test for the SAT exam. Juniors tested on Wednesday, October 13th, 2021. Results available on the student's College Board account. Recommend students review using Khan Academy to improve weak areas. We strongly recommend. SAT 480 or higher for reading and writing, 530 or higher for math. ACT composite score of 23 or higher with at least a 19 on English and math. High school option, successful completion of a college prep or preparatory course. Advanced placement. Students enrolled in AP courses or advanced placement courses at HHS are expected but not required to take the College Board Advanced Placement exam for that course or courses. AP testing window is from May 2nd through the 13th, 2022. Important points to keep in mind is a test will be administered on campus, paper and pencil exams. Reduced fee is $20 per exam. Must attend test prep sessions to keep the reduced fee. Additional $40 fee. Order an exam after deadline. Exam is ordered and not taken. Spring AP registration process. First, join the College Board course using your AP Teachers Join code. Number 2, complete and submit the online exam order form, 1 form per AP exam. And number 3, pay the exam fees with Ms. Leal for invoice. AP exam spring order, January 27th through February 25th, 2022. NCAA and NAIA college play. Students can continue enjoying their sport while attending college. NCAA for Division I or II. Students must register with the NCAA Eligibility Center at www.eligibilitycenter.org. For Division III or unsure of what division, create a profile page. For questions, students may submit information on the www.ncaa.org/student FAQ. There is a $75 application fee. SAT and ACT scores are required. NAIA Eligibility Center. By registering, you are stating you are interested in playing while in college. For questions or to submit, www.playnaia.org. Connections allows you to match with a college sport and major that fits your interest. There is a $70 application fee. Again, SAT and ACT scores are required. Fee waivers are available. Please see Mrs. Moore or Mrs. Cantu. Upcoming events. The ASVAB will be administered at HHS on Wednesday, March 2nd. Please visit our HHS Counseling Department webpage. For the upcoming registration, please look at the Junior Academic Conference checklist. Your name will be added along with your ID and the date that it's completed. Graduation requirements. Counselor and student will review the conference checklist, such as graduation requirements, foundation and with endorsement, performance acknowledgement, academic achievements, class ranking policy, the CCMR, current class schedule and status, including credits, GPA, and rank, STAR exams completed, passed or not passed. A to-do list will be provided. Students will sign and provide email and phone number during the Junior Academic Conference. Pre-registration for juniors will be February the 14th through the 18th in the ILC, while sophomores will have registration conducted in the Cadet Room February 21st through the 25th. Course selections. As you can see, there is a HB or House Bill 5 choice card, 11th grade for 2022-2023 school year. Academic courses, foreign language, for example, PE, arts and humanities, academic electives are all on that course choice card. For the next slide, I'm going to go ahead and hand it back to our college advisor, Ms. Delicia Sanchez.
And to stay connected with the HHS counselors, we do have QR codes available if you'd like to schedule an appointment with your specific counselor. And on the right-hand side, we do have remind codes for the counselor's office. Students and parents are free to join. So now talking about the College and Career Room, we are located in HHS 6103. As mentioned earlier, my name is Delicia Sanchez, and we do have another College and Career Advisor, Mrs. Belen Valdez. Both of us are here in 6103. Our room hours, are Monday through Friday, 7:45 a.m. to 4:45 p.m., and we usually are here during the lunch hour as well, There are a few cases where we will be off campus due to meetings, but for the most part, we are here to work with all of our students and their families. You can also stay involved with us, with our room. We do have our own set of Remind codes. Students and parents are encouraged to join because this is our primary mode of communication. Any important scholarship information, deadlines, any extra opportunities that we have, we will send through there. But we do have a Canvas course as well for the students. And then we are also on all of the social media platforms on the right-hand side. So just a heads up on what to expect for senior year. College applications do open in the time frame from July to September. Every year we have lots of seniors who apply early and are accepted in the summer before they even start senior year. So we highly encourage you to get ready during junior year, so that way when these applications open in July, you're ready to apply, and then that's one less thing to worry about during senior year. So from July through September, we recommend that you join our Remind, you apply to college, request transcripts, send test scores, and then activate college accounts. October 1st is when financial aid opens. And so from October through December, you should be applying for financial aid, the TSI, as well as scholarships. In the spring semester, you're going to be focused on housing, bacterial meningitis, comparing financial aid offers, and signing up for orientation. And then another important date is May 1st. This is when you have to confirm with the college that you'll be attending. So this is just a screenshot of what to expect next year. It's going to go by really quickly. And so it's important to do the preparation now so that senior year is as smooth as possible. So when we're talking about college, there are several options that you can choose to pursue after you graduate from high school. You can choose a certificate level program, which is usually 6 to 8 months or less than a year. And these are usually in a trade industry. There are also associate degrees, which are 2 years, either in a trade industry, or you can spend the first 2 years earning your basics in order to transfer to a university. So these options, the certificate and the associate degrees, would fall under a 2-year admission college. 2-year colleges have open enrollment, which means that they'll accept you as long as you graduate high school with the recommended graduation plan or higher. And in order to get that acceptance decision, a student must complete the application as well as send their high school transcript. Once these two items are submitted, then the college is able to tell them if they're accepted or not. The other option for you once you graduate high school is attending a 4-year college or university to earn a bachelor's degree. And so this goes along with the automatic admission policies that Ms. Contreras talked about, but there are 2 ways to be accepted into a 4-year university. If you're graduating in the top 10% of the class, then you are automatically accepted to any public school in Texas. UT Austin is the exception. Currently, for our seniors this year, they are only accepting top 6% automatically. They haven't released the new percentage for our class of 2023, but as soon as we are told what that will be, we will send it out through our Remind. And if you're not top 10%, then you're going to go through a process called holistic review. This is where a committee at the colleges will take a look at the application as a whole, and they will evaluate the students based on the classes that they've taken, their grades, their involvement, their essays, and letters of recommendation. So for these 4-year institutions, in order to receive an admissions decision, you have to submit the application, your high school transcript, as well as SAT or ACT scores. It's also important to note that we suggest 3 to 5 schools That gives you a lot of options, but that helps you not become overwhelmed with monitoring the communication from these schools. And each time that you apply to a college, you'll receive a login for their student portal. A lot of times we see students who apply to more than 5 schools and they become very overwhelmed with that process of monitoring everything. So please, 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 please make sure that you keep your school list small. And again, in order to receive an admissions decision, you do have to submit the 3 items required: the application, the transcript, and the test scores. We are expecting for the SAT or ACT tests to be required for the class of 2023. We have not been told officially yet, but again, as soon as we receive that information, we will let you know. But we are operating with the idea that they will be required again. And so when you're looking at what process you're going to be accepted at, and this is going to be for 4-year universities only. If you want to find out how you'll be accepted, there are these charts available on the college websites. So if you Google the name of the college plus freshman admission requirements, most of the schools will lead you to something like this. This is the breakdown for UTSA. And you can see that for UTSA, the top 25% is admitted automatically as long as you submit those 3 documents. You don't have to receive a certain test score. If you're not in the top 25%, but you still want to be admitted automatically, then a student would need to have an 1170 on the SAT or better, or a 24 on the ACT or better. Again, this is just to be automatically admitted. If you're not automatically admitted, then you'll go through the holistic review process, which is what we just talked about. This is another example. This one is for Texas A&M University Kingsville. So their automatic admission is top 10%. If you are in the 11 to 25%, you'll need at least an 830 on the SAT or a 15 on the ACT. And then you can see the rest of the required scores depending on your rank. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the SAT or ACT tests. Again, these are only required if you plan on attending a 4-year institution. Both of these exams measure college readiness, and they let the college know if you're able to handle college level courses or not. And we usually receive a lot of questions on what the difference is between these 2 tests. So we put this chart here with the breakdown, but the main points to note is that the ACT has a science component. So their sections are reading, writing, math, and science. The SAT is reading, writing, and math. And so we always encourage students, if you're thinking about a STEM major, we do recommend the ACT test since it has that science component. You don't have to take both tests. You just need one. And like we mentioned, they have been required by 4-year institutions in the past. The last 2 years they were waived due to COVID, but we are operating on the assumption that they will be required again for the class of 2023. And if you have more questions on these tests, feel free to reach out to us in the College and Career Room. I know that the counselors will be offering a free SAT test on April 26th. That is the SAT school day test. It's down here at the bottom. And we sent the registration link for that earlier in the chat. However, if you want to test again, or if you're unable to make that test, there are several test dates available, and you have to register a month in advance. So the next test that's available would be an SAT on March 12th, and you have to register it by February 11th. But it is important to note that all of these top test dates, they're all on a Saturday. The benefits to the SAT school day is that it is during a school day. It's on a Tuesday, students are already in school, and it is free because the state of Texas will pay for one free test either your junior year or your senior year. These test dates that are listed above do cost $60 each, but if you're eligible for a fee waiver, you can check with us in the College and Career Room and we can provide you that for a free test. So just a heads up on what to expect as far as college expenses throughout your senior year. Again, I just mentioned the SAT or ACT tests are about $60 each. College applications will also have a fee, and it can range from $25 to $100 per application. And this goes back to our suggested 3 to 5 college list. If you're applying at 5 colleges and each one is $75, that's going to add up really quickly. The TSI, Ms. Robles covered it, that it is free this year as of now, but normally it's $5 per section. And then as you get further along in your process and you decide which college you want to go to, if they require you to live on campus, you're usually going to need a housing deposit that can range from $200 to $400. And you'll have to pay for orientation, which is where you get to pick your classes, and that also has a fee. And then at the very end of senior year will be your least expensive item, and that'll be a final transcript for $1. So something to look forward to. So now we're going to talk about how you can use this year to prepare. The number one thing to help you prepare is knowing where you stand. Information, knowledge is power. So you need to know what your admission type is going to be. How will you be accepted into college? In order to figure that out, you have to know your updated rank and GPA, and you have to know the admission requirements for the college. Next, we recommend that you make a resume, that you make your college list, again, 3 to 5 schools, and that you have a college parking lot document. And we're going to go over these a little bit more in depth in the next slide. I also want to mention that all of the items that we've discussed from the College and Career Room can be referenced on the junior checklist that was attached in the email with this Zoom link. So what we're going to talk about here on these next slides, the breakdown of the SAT and ACT test, all of that is in the junior checklist. So please refer to that if you have any questions as well. So again, knowledge is power. So make sure you know your admission type. Are you going to be automatically accepted? Are you going to go through holistic review? In order to do that, you have to know your rank and GPA. So students can receive this information from their counselors or the college and career advisors, and we can let you know where you stand. Additionally, I want to point out that colleges will only use the rank and GPA from 9th through 11th grade only. Whatever you finish the end of this year with is what they're going to use, because they have deadlines for applying, and most of those deadlines close before you receive new grades for senior year. So just make sure that you know where you stand now and that you do your very best to finish the junior year out strongly. Next, when building your college list, in order to narrow down those 3 to 5 schools, we have prompts for you to research in the checklist. It's knowing what your major is, who offers your major, what does it cost to attend that school, what kind of benefits for the alumni does that school have. So there's lots of things to consider when you are going away to college, both the physical environment as well as the programs that are available. Those are also very important. So please make sure that you look at those research prompts. And when you build your school list, you can have one dream or reach school. So a school that maybe you're not sure you're going to be accepted to, but you would love to attend anyway. One school that you for sure you would be accepted to and that you'd be happy going to, and then one school that's a safety option should all other things not work. So again, 3 to 5 schools. And if you need help researching these colleges, you can come visit us in the College and Career Room. Another item that's very important this year is to make a resume if you don't already have one. This is compiling all of your information into one document so that when college applications come, when scholarship applications come, it's easy for you to reference these items and it's all there for you together. So what should be on a resume? Anything from the summer before your 9th grade year all the way up until currently. Anything that you've been involved in, anything that you've been awarded, anything that you have experience with. In addition to that, you should have your contact information, your high school information, and like I mentioned, any awards, any community service, any involvement, any skills that you have, employment history, and family obligations. A lot of the times we have students who are not able to be involved in clubs and organizations, or who are not able to go out and keep a job because they have to go home and maybe take care of grandparents or older family members or even younger family members. But all of that is relevant experience, and so put that on your resume as well. And then another thing, make sure that you update it and keep it current, because this should be a living document and should be updated as you continue to experience things all the way into senior year. If you do not have a resume, there are steps to access the resume builder on Naviance, which is a program that our district has purchased for college readiness, and the steps to access that are on the checklist. And lastly, we recommend having a college parking lot. So this is also another living document that you should be able to access online. It could be a Google Doc, it could be a Microsoft Word online document, something that you can access from a computer anywhere. And it's really handy if you have one document for all of your college information. So you can put account logins. If you have made a new email address only for college and scholarship items, make sure you have that log in on there, If you have an ACT or College Board username and password, put that on there. As you apply to your colleges or as you get student portals with the colleges, you can put that on there. And it's just so much easier when you are trying to find information if you have it all in one place. Another recommendation for this document is to put any essay that you write for college. A lot of the times, college applications and scholarship applications ask for the similar prompt. And so you can always reuse your prompts and just tweak it depending on what application you're working on. And then any other notes and to-do items that you have for yourself regarding the college application process can all go on there. And again, update it and keep it current. And if you need help making one of these, let us know. Another item that you can be working on during junior year is obtaining letters of recommendation. These letters are usually to help you earn college admission or earn a scholarship. And they can be written by any adult who is not your family. So usually they can be from teachers, counselors, coaches or sponsors, a community member, or a family friend. Again, just make sure it's not your family. I'm sure if I asked my grandmother to write me a letter of recommendation, it would be glowing, but it would also be extremely biased. So make sure that you're not getting any from your family members. And these letters of recommendation should talk to your character or maybe a situation that you helped someone out with. We really don't want to see letters of recommendation that kind of talk about what you're involved in or any other items that are listed on your resume, because then it shows that that person didn't really know you that well. But if someone can write from the perspective of your character, or again, a situation where you stood out, where you were a leader, where you were selfless, something like that, those are the kinds of letters of recommendation that we want to see. And then just make sure that when you are receiving these letters, that the person writing it keeps it very general, to whom it may concern. Or, I recommend this student for admission. Or, I recommend this student for this scholarship. And if they're general, then you can reuse them for different situations. So just keep that in mind. And we do have more information on asking for letters of recommendation in the checklist. So please reference that as well. And just a brief overview of financial aid. Beginning this year with the class of 22, the state of Texas has made it a graduation requirement for everyone to complete a financial aid application. They did this because studies have shown that the number one predictor of students attending college is having their financial aid done. And both the state of Texas and HCISD want to make sure that you have all options available to you. And with your application of financial aid, it will qualify you for 4 areas. It will submit you for 4 areas: for grants, scholarships, work study, and federal loans. You don't have to worry about this too much right now. It will open October 1st of your senior year, and we will have lots of meetings and lots of educational sessions over financial aid more in depth during your senior year. But just a heads up that it is a graduation requirement by the state of Texas, and that we will be helping you with that as well. Something to look forward to during senior year as well. Lots of scholarships are available. Most of them are for seniors, and you can usually find scholarships at 3 different levels. So the national level, we put out a monthly bulletin on our HHS College and Career website, and that's updated monthly, and you're always welcome to go reference that. In addition to that, each college will have their own scholarship application. And then the 3rd level are the local scholarships. So we do have one Harlingen CISD application that is available from September through December of your senior year. And if you want to be considered for any local scholarships, it is very important to complete that application. But again, most of this will come during senior year, and we'll be sending out messages on our Remind constantly about scholarships. So I know that was a lot of information. It's very easy to get overwhelmed, especially if you're not familiar with the process. But the most important thing to know is that college is for anyone who wants to attend. College is anything from the certificate level to the bachelor's degree level. Ms. Valdez and I in the College and Career Room want to help you with whatever your pathway is. So please don't be afraid to reach out to us. Please don't be afraid to come see us. We just want to help you get to where you want to be. So thank you very much for your time. And now if you have any questions that we haven't already answered, please submit them in the chat. That way we can make sure we answer those.